Would you still chase closure even when you know, deep down, that you're the one who shattered everything? That's the question that plays on repeat in the back of my mind. My name is Erin. I'm 27. And I'm the woman people glance sideways at in cafes. The one whose name carries the weight of whispered judgment. The girl who destroyed a good man and got left in the wreckage she made. It's been 4 months since Caleb disappeared from my life. No confrontation, no teary fights, no slamming doors. Just silence. He vanished like I never existed, and I've been haunted by that absence ever since. We were together for 4 years, lived under the same roof for 2. I thought we were solid, maybe a little faded around the edges, but still standing. Caleb worked long hours as an architect. He'd often be hunched over his laptop at the kitchen counter, eyes flickering with focus, fingers dancing over blueprints while I floated through our evenings unseen. I told myself it was just a phase. Everyone gets distant sometimes, right? Then Marcus came along. He wasn't better than Caleb, just different. Or maybe he reminded me of who Caleb used to be, before the quiet. Marcus was charming, smooth, magnetic. He worked in the same building. Started showing up at the coffee stand I visited each morning, flashing that grin, always offering a compliment or asking how my day was. His presence was intoxicating, and when his hand brushed mine in the elevator one afternoon, a jolt rushed through me that I hadn't felt in years. Desire, that dangerous little flicker. The first kiss felt like an accident I let happen. The second time, I told myself it was just a moment of escape. By the third week, there was no illusion left. We were having a full-blown affair. Hotel rooms, whispered rendezvous, deleted texts and browser histories, all while Caleb was across the dinner table asking me how my day had been, suggesting weekend getaways, offering to cook something new, taking a rare Friday off just for me. He was trying, subtly, steadily, but I was already too deep into the thrill of feeling wanted again. I thought I had everything under control. I didn't. It was a Saturday. I'd gone to visit my parents. Nothing out of the ordinary, but when I returned, the apartment felt vacant, not just quiet. Hollow. I called out for Caleb. No answer. Walked to our bedroom. His side of the closet was bare. The drawer where he kept his watches. Empty. His books, his favorite tea, even his stupid brand of soap. Gone. All of it. No note. No text. No digital trail. It was like he had evaporated from my life. He blocked me everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, even Venmo. It wasn't just a breakup. It was an erasure. I panicked. I called his friends. They were polite, but cold. Clipped answers, vague reassurances. They knew. I could feel it in their voices. Like I was suddenly on trial for something they couldn't say aloud. For days, I didn't eat. Couldn't sleep. I ended up in urgent care one night, convinced I was having a heart attack. Turned out it was a panic attack, the first of many. My mind kept trying to outrun the truth. But denial has limits. And that wall cracked the day Haley, a mutual friend, showed up at my door. She looked at me with eyes full of something I couldn't name. Half pity, half something harder. Erin, she asked, is there anything you're not telling us? Anything that might explain why Caleb left? That was it. The moment I knew for sure. He knew. Somehow he'd found out. My heart raced, retracing steps. I'd been careful. I always deleted messages, logged out of accounts. But then it hit me. One email, one thread. I'd left my inbox open on the shared laptop, and there was explicit, raw, undeniable. Caleb had seen everything. That email detonated the life we'd built, and I hadn't even noticed it ticking. After that, the silence deepened. Friends began pulling away. A few sent searing texts. We were worried about you. Now, we know Caleb was the one hurting. How could you lie to everyone? You're not the victim here. Even at work, the shift was palpable. Marcus, the man I'd risked everything for, suddenly avoided me like a ghost. Changed his lunch break. Stopped replying to messages. When I finally confronted him outside the elevator, he muttered something about needing space, and practically fled. The affair died the moment Caleb disappeared. And Marcus? He wasn't a love story. He was an escape hatch I mistook for rescue. I became obsessed with finding Caleb. Drove by his old gym, his office, our favorite cafes. Nothing. He was a ghost. Until 2 months later, I saw him, blurred in the background a mutual friend's coffee shop photo. Laptop open, head down, present, alive. The next morning I walked in, heart hammering in my ribs like a warning. He looked up the moment I entered, met my gaze with unsettling calm. "Aaron," he said. Just that. No anger, no disbelief. Just my name, delivered in a flat, unreadable tone. I sat down across from him, asked him why he left without a word. His answer? You know exactly why. I begged for a chance to explain, to offer context, emotion, anything. He looked at me with a kind of sad finality and said, "You don't get to rewrite the story now. You ended it when you chose to lie." I just followed through. And then he stood, picked up his laptop, and left me sitting in the wreckage. Again, no screaming, no insults, just the echo of his absence. 6 months passed. I moved into a smaller apartment. Fewer friends. Missed a promotion. Marcus, who wouldn't even look me in the eye anymore. Life didn't fall apart dramatically. It just eroded. Then came the text from my sister. "Have you seen the post?" Caleb was engaged. I opened Instagram. There he was, standing on a sunlit mountaintop with a woman named Elise. They were beaming. Caption: "She said yes." My heart cracked. 6 months. That's all it took for him to build something new. While I was still scavenging through the ruins of what I'd broken, the comments poured in. "Congratulations. You deserve this." One from Haley stood out. "You found your person." Finally, 3 glasses of wine later, I did something reckless. I showed up at their engagement party. It wasn't explosive. I wasn't dragged out screaming. But I was quietly, firmly escorted out after a chilling 5-word goodbye from Caleb. "Don't come looking for me." The next day, I got a text from an unknown number. "This is Elise. We need to talk." We met at a riverfront cafe. She was calm. No ring on her finger. Eyes sharp but not cruel. Her first question cut deeper than any insult. "Why did you cheat on him?" I stumbled, blamed stress, emotional distance, work hours. She listened, then spoke. "You never really knew him. Trust isn't just part of love for Caleb. It is love. You didn't just break his heart. You broke the part of him that made him feel safe." She wasn't there to humiliate me. She didn't want drama. She just needed to understand the shadow that lingered behind the man she was about to marry. When I left that cafe, I didn't feel victorious or redeemed. I felt hollow, because she was right. I'd expected him to fight for me, scream, slam doors, demand answers. But the silence, his clean, cold, irrevocable departure, that was a scream. That was a fight. It was him choosing dignity over chaos. And I don't blame him. Not anymore. Because what hurts the most isn't that he didn't give me a second chance. It's knowing I never really deserved one.